Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list, then we trade the market open every day. I hope everyone had a phenomenal weekend. Very relaxing, refreshed, ready to trade the market open. I had a little bit of an accident this weekend. I was trying to trim a section of my hair and I just ended up shaving a whole bunch of it. So I'll talk about that in the recap video. But today's Monday and it's what day is today? It's the 30th of March and it's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another, 13 minutes till the market opens at 9:30 a.m. We'll wrap up trading within 90 minutes around 10:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Video description below for some FAQs and let's get into it. Let me quickly close a bunch of stuff here. I was having some, my computer is really laggy right now, and I don't know if I'm having internet issues or if it just, my computer is about to explode. But it's been getting worse, and I think it's a lot of the just general working at home environment. Ever since the whole quarantine thing came into effect, the streaming has been very laggy, so I apologize for that. There's not a lot I can do about it, but let's just hope for the best. Oh, got a haircut. Yeah. Yeah, good morning everyone. I see you guys are all here. Paul, Keith, Chrome, Satoshi, Heiko, good morning. Chicho, Carmela, good to see you. So Shane, good morning. Yeah, let's go through the watch list, and I'll start with, I already don't know how to speak anymore. I'll start with the scanner here. You can kind of see we ran it around, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. I was just kind of checking out what some of the lead gappers were, and then I was going through the list, and we have some former runners as well. APT, for example, we have TOPS, tops, we have a few other gappers like that. I think APRN was doing a little bit of a bounce as well. Yeah, not too much though. But then, I was going down the list here, and it wasn't until I would say, there was a few good ones for sure. SPCB was probably the first one that really caught my eye. Here we go. And let me just talk about this one quickly. We'll talk about PSTV next, and then we'll I need to go ahead and fix a few more things here. Actually, let me just do it now because I think I have some tabs open that I need to close, and I think they're causing lag. I'll just quickly take 2 seconds. That should be an interesting open today. God, this computer is going to drive me insane. I don't know if it's the computer or the internet. I really don't. And both of them are just driving me absolutely insane lately. Okay. You're ready to head to the German techno clubs. Always. Yeah, you know what? Satoshi, AOL dial-up, it really feels like it, honestly. I have the best plan money can buy in Berlin, and it is absolutely horrible most of the time. It's really stressful. I'm on the phone with these people all the time complaining, and they're like, well, do you really need they actually told me once, do I really need the internet right now? That's what support told me once. I was about to lose my mind. Yeah, GLBS is another one on the watch list. Okay, so let me get started here. I closed all the tabs. Hopefully we're gonna have some good activity here. So SPCB, let's get started. 140% gap up this morning, 11.7 million market cap. It's an Israel security service and software company, and they are shipping coronavirus compliance software. So let's quickly check here. SPCB, tracking technology, quarantine compliance technology for immediate pilot use. Okay, so that's good news. And low cap, what did I say? 11.7 million float. Market cap is right here, 8.5 million, and then 140% gap up. You know, sub dollar, not typically what I like to see. Right now it's above a dollar. We have some big time resistance, I would say, right here at 1.6, 1.5. I want to keep an eye out for that. Right now we're kind of pulling back a little bit. So I found some big support here in this $1 area and this 110. So if we go here back to the daily, you can see the $1 area, the 110. This is kind of the area we're pulling up into right now. So we have the first leg here. That was about the 150% rally, 140% I said. We're holding the highs nicely. We're not really under VWAP and we're only negative 20%. So everything's looking pretty good. I think SPCB could be a nice out of the gate open. We have to really see how this $1 area holds, and then I would like to, I don't know, maybe buy this out of the gates, maybe buy it into some sort of morning dip or something like that. So again, that's the first lead gapper. Let's check out PSTV. 100% gap up, 3.74 million market cap. It's a US biotech, 5.4 million market cap. Shares outstanding are pretty much the same at 3.75 or 3.77. These guys have some news that they are licensing some sort of platform, expedites pipeline. So this company is much smaller, 5.4 million market cap. These companies are going to absolutely just rip. Tiny floats, tiny market cap. It's typically what we're looking for. Nice. So these deals on PSTV are bigger than the whole market cap. So that's a good sign. This thing could absolutely rip. And it's long-term chart. It's your classic biotech kind of, always selling off, reverse split. So you just want to be careful. I mean, obviously these are not investments. We're not investing here. We're day trading. You guys should know that by now. So we're looking for these momentum plays to take, to ride up some of the volume and capitalize on that move. So we have big time resistance here at 4.2, $5. And then again, here in this area, we haven't really made our way up to that area yet. Right now, we had a high of 275 or 274. So I'd say, again, here, $3 whole number, kind of important support and resistance. And then we have some tops and bottoms in this area, 2.5. So just keep an eye on for this. And then on the lower end, I would probably say 1.6, 1.5 is some nice support as well. I don't know. I think out of the gates, SPCB might look a little bit nicer, but at PSTV didn't run up as much. So it was not as heavily traded pre-market, 93%. Yeah, pull back. Both of them pulling back just about the same. Like you guys are saying in the chat, like we have a few other really nice gappers. We have CTRM really pulling up here. This one we were trading not too long ago. We traded this a few times back here on this spike. And we also had OMI. Pretty solid gap up, holding the highs nicely. The problem with OMI is, the move is much slower. So even, if you get a perfect entry, perfect exit, that's only about 30% move. And that's, I don't know, it's on the whole entire morning move. So it's not really that impressive. Maybe, above, I don't know, it's tough to say. Let me quickly check out the long-term chart. I don't really see this one clearing this $8 area, but if it does, maybe after 8 it could probably rip to here 10.7, and then again we have gap down area here at 14. So I don't know, keep an eye on this one, but I'm not sure if we're going to be trading this one. This one could just be selling off the rest of the day. Yeah, at or above. Good morning, OMX. Appreciate that. Where's that GLBS? I did mark it this morning, but for some reason it was not. I don't know. Maybe I didn't mark it. So we have a nice little spike here, 47%, looking pretty good. Maybe a little bit of a pullback because it's looking like it might happen here soon. Support at 75, former breakout area. Could be a really good play. I'm going to keep an eye on this one for sure. I I don't really like GLBS with the amount of overhead resistance. I think the resistance overhead on GLBS is a lot. We have, long-term support and resistance at about 115 to 122, and then we have this 180-day moving average at about 1.5. So I don't know, it's tough. Had some decent spikes here, but most of them are just one-day spikers, and then it falls back down. Here's a really big move right after a reverse split. This move was huge, but we'll see what we get. Robert, well, just stick around long enough and eventually things will start making sense. I have a whole video on the small cap challenge, exactly what we look for. So that video might help as well. It's in the card at the top right. If you click the, was it like this little icon at the top right of the video? It's like an eye icon. Thanks, Ricky. Okay, Heiko says stream looks fine. That's good news. Hopefully the stream continues to look fine. Let's go back here. We got another minute and a half to the market opens. We got plenty of time. PSTV is one of the top ones we're looking at for the market open. And then again, I'm going to be looking at SPCB as well. So let's see what kind of pullbacks we get. PSTV, I would really like to enter this right below $2. So if we break $2 and the dip isn't that hard, I'd probably like to get an entry on it. So I'm going to keep an eye out for this one. Right now we have our cash account open. Everything is good to go. Be buying this with about 500 shares, maybe a little bit more, but probably around 500. So we took a little bit of cash out of this account, so I'm dealing with a little bit awkward sizes again. I'm just going to put a limit order here at 193, just to kind of have it here on my current account. Now, if the price goes down here pre-market, it won't get executed. We have another 50 seconds, no, 30 seconds till the market opens, and then SPCB could be a good position as well. It's in that sub-dollar terrain right now. I typically don't like trading in this area, but the spread is really tight. That's good. I think this could be a good mover. Let's see if we can spike here above the dollar. I'm gonna keep a close eye on this one. I have 1,000 shares ready to go. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Make this a little quieter. Here we go. Pulling into the 90s quickly. Still pulling back, 95. Big buyers here. Red 1 minute open. Selling volume kind of shifting here. So looking pretty good. Big time support coming in, 0.9. Markets are all opening green. 93 coming in. This could be a bit of a red to green move here. 92, big support coming in again. Remember, this is a lead gapper. See if we can get this reversal here. Big buyers coming in now, 96. Could be pulling higher here above $1 again. Looking for a potential entry here at 94, 95. See See if 82 gets chipped away. See if we can get an entry at 97. See if we can get a red to green move on this one. For some reason we pulled back, but I didn't get a fulfillment. I think there's a lot of activity going on right now. I'm gonna remove my limit order for now. Let's just watch this a little bit, see how it goes. Still have an eye on PSTV. Dollar getting chipped away. TOS is very laggy today. Gideon, very true. Very laggy. Sometimes the first few minutes of the day is like this. So far, I missed my entry on it, which is a little bit annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and put my limit order back on this one. Yeah, I'm having all sorts of weird issues right now with TOS, actually. PSTV doing exactly what I want it to be doing. I'm a little bit annoyed that we didn't get that entry. Let's see here what we can do. PSTV doing exactly what we want. A little red to green move as well. Looking pretty healthy. Might go ahead and move this limit order up a little bit and then focus back on the other one. Really laggy experience I'm having right now with TOS. Both of these lead gappers are moving quite nice. I'm gonna put a limit order back on this one. At 91. Going back to SPCB, this is the original I was trying to get the entry on. I was being a little bit too conservative, I gotta say. Let's see what we can get here. Big support at 101, 102. See if we can get an entry on them. Kind of missed that red to green move on this. A lot of activity going on. This is what we want to be seeing. And so far, the markets are looking really great. 105, big time support right on that VWAP area. Really solid. I kind of made a few mistakes this morning. I don't know. We should have had an entry on SPCB. I don't know why we didn't. So that was a little bit annoying. But let's see what we get here. I think this 05 area could be really good support. I'm going to watch how this area holds up right now. PSTV pulling back kind of hard. Got to be quick. So far, we would have had to been really, really quick. SPCB, this could have been a really, really nice trade. We could have walked away already with 10% profits on this one, but a little bit. I hesitated after I didn't get the first execution. I don't know, TOS was very laggy, so that definitely cost me. And then I removed my limit order. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation to be in. First 10 minutes of the day or 7 minutes of the day. So let's keep a close eye on this one. No need to rush into anything. SPCB, big time support, I would say at $1, resistance at 128, and then again at 1.5. So right now, I think we have plenty of room to run. This is exactly what we're looking for our lead gappers. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my limit order. I think there's a good chance it's gonna pull back. I'm not really sure how far, but I'm gonna run the scanner and check what else is going on. Right now I'm just gonna leave a limit order at 97 cents. I think there's a good chance we might have a little bit of a retest here, but for now, I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute setup somewhere. And then I'm gonna go to my scanner. Aftermarket open scanner. Whew, this is a serious case of the Mondays, just glitchy TOS, missed entries, but that's fine. Well, that's fine. Let's see how it goes. Day's very young, very young. We're at 9 minutes now into the market open. It's 9:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got APT and TOPS with some of the top volume. We're watching those as closely as well, and then SPCB, AIM, PSTV, all these stocks we're watching. Everything's looking good. N and DM, light volume. $102, big time buyers there. 1,300. That's actually more like 13,000 shares. Nice new base. Big sell volume hit that. Didn't crack it. Who knows? There could be a second retest there. Let's keep an eye on it. PSTV also having a few issues here. But so far, they're both holding their highs. PSTV is really selling off here. I want to be a little bit cautious on this one. I don't like these stocks that just sell off after the market opens. 5-minute chart, a lot of selling volume as well. Just, being a little cautious here. We might get a little good dip buy. We have a breakout area at 85, so it could be a great dip buy. Just watch out. TOS is really laggy today. Oh man. $102, facing some big time sellers in this area. Kind of upset we missed that first rally. That would have been a really solid trade. I'm gonna pull back my limit order a little bit more, 95 cents. Might be a little bit too conservative, but let's see what happens here. Looks like that 102 is getting chipped away pretty heavy. 10% down. It's a pretty big sell-off already. If the dollar holds, I would probably like to get long in this area, in all honesty. I don't really know and think that we're going to have a big crash down here, but I would like to enter the position I want to enter. And right now, I feel like I would be a little bit more just, wishing and hoping. So I'm going to wait for a better 5-minute setup on SPCB. I don't really want to keep watching PSTV, so I'm going to go ahead and put a fairly conservative limit order on it, just to kind of put it off my radar. And then if it breaks back down again, I would like to get alerted, breaking past 1.88. So let's go to oops, I think I set the wrong limit order on this one. I mean, alert. SPCB doing exactly what we want right now, holding this area. This looks pretty good. Looks like we have a 5-minute breakout and then a 5-minute pullback. So we could see a big breakout past 112. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one. I think this could be a really, really solid setup here. It's now 4:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we could see a really solid breakout on this one. This could be a little bit of consolidation in this area, which is totally expected after such an aggressive sell-off, or just like a big spike here. Remember, this one already had a big leg to the upside. So a little bit of consolidation here, craziness in the market open is totally expected. That's why I was being a little bit more conservative, but I really did want this morning dip entry right here. So I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get that. I probably should have just left my limit order, but I really like when I'm not in control of being able to enter a trade because TOS is laggy. Sometimes you get a flash crash or something like that, and it's just not fun to be part of it. All right, looks like the SPCB might be breaking out here. Big buyers coming in. Boom! This thing could be halted any moment now. 120 getting chipped away. Really nice move. Woohoo! Very cool. I hope some of you guys are in this. This move was fairly predictable. I'm a little annoyed we didn't get the entry on it that I was looking for. All right, I think it's getting halted right now. So we got our first halt on the day. Sweet, sweet stuff. I'm still having some serious TOS lag issues. There's not much worse than that. All right, PSTV still selling off here. It was probably a good thing that we stopped paying attention to it. I think it distracted me a little bit from the main stock I was looking at, which was SPCB. So I'm still looking at it a little bit, but I have a conservative limit order on it. We might see a really nice bounce on it at one point, but until it starts making new highs, I probably won't be paying attention to it too much. So for now, PSTV is exactly what we're looking for. This is a clear, clean lead gapper. Everything is looking really good on it. I feel like we constantly get these lead gappers that have ticker symbols that are just way too similar, like PSTV and SPCB. Like, It's never just two totally different tickers. It's always like they're really easy to mix up. GLBS pulling back here a little bit. Yeah, so we had that big resistance at $1. That's what I didn't like about GLBS. Such a nice breakout on SPCB. Ah, man, we could have got that. We could have been up 30%. I really think I wasn't even really trying to be conservative or anything. This one fit my playbook almost to the T. We just didn't get that entry. The price even went past my limit order, and then we were glitching left and right. I removed the limit order, and then we missed the big spike up to the upside. Ay. So I hope some of you guys got into this one, because I think this was a pretty predictable play. I just somehow missed it. So we got 126. We got halted on, and let's see, 1.5, big time resistance at 1.5. So I think there's a good chance we're gonna rip up to maybe into the 40s or something like that. And actually, I think I have this account. Let me see my margin account. I have a limit order to sell this one. I brought this one pre-market on a different account. Just 143. So I have a sell order here at 143. Yeah, so 1.5 looking to get out here. This is a tiny position, by the way, on a different account with a different strategy. I'm testing out some pre-market trading. So let's go back to focus to our gap and go strategy. So we had a really nice gap here. Let's review what's going on. We had a nice gap with SPCB, about 140%, 11.7 million float. It's an Israel securities and software company. They shipped the new software today for the pilot around coronavirus compliance. So it has a catalyst, it has a low float, it's a small cap with momentum behind it. Markets are okay, you know, nothing too crazy, bit of green, bit of red. It's a little bit lower on the price range, $2 to $7, but pre-market it wasn't super overtraded. You know, it wasn't up 200-300%, so that was looking pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. That's the classic pattern where you want to get aggressive, especially in the first 15 minutes of the market open. I'm a little like, why did we not get that one? But it happens sometimes. So it's going to be an interesting open here. I'm going to try to get a little bit aggressive when the halt, when the market, the stock gets unhalted, but it's going to be a tough one. Remember, new traders are coming in right now. They know that SPCB was halted, and you know, new volume is going to come in here. Biggest volume on the day is green candles. Everything's looking really, really good for this one. It could easily keep running to, I would say, probably at least 1.5. I'm not sure how much more it's going to run from there. But, you know, if it breaks 1.5, we could maybe see 1.8, 1.7. We have a lot of resistance. Who knows? This thing could technically just keep on going, but with a nice float of 11.7 million. All right, this thing's going to get unhalted now in about less than a minute here. About 30 seconds. I hope some of you guys are in this one. All right, unhalted. $39. Can we break the 40? That's a big question. Can we break 140? Here we go. 140, getting chipped away. Boom. Sold one of my positions. So yeah, me too. I just had all the messages pop up. Sorry guys, I just saw all of these. I just saw all messages come in. Nice trade, Shane. Oh wow, so many missed messages. I'll answer them in a second, or I'll check it in a second. I just kind of want to watch this a little bit more. We got some big time support at 1.3, 1.27. Quick sell off here. Back to 1.3, 1.4. Huge ripper. Back to 1.4. And boom, we just printed a new high of 148. That's absolutely insane. Gotta love these low float small caps. I mean, this is beautiful. This is what we used to see all the time before the market got a little bit crazy. It's good seeing that action getting back. I apologize again for the ridiculous amount of dropping frames. Nice, Proud Dad. I just read your message. Really, really cool. Super, super solid entry. All right, looks like we're going to try to break this 1.8 area. But honestly, I feel like, we have volume kind of selling off here. It's 957. I don't know. This could be a bit of a trap. I'm not going to be buying this breakout, but I could be totally wrong. This could be an absolutely nice move. But for now, I'm going to be a little bit more on the sidelines, just kind of watching this one. This is definitely the first major pullback. Ooh, boy claws, thanks for pulling that out. Yeah, that's risky. You want to be careful with that. PSTV had a nice little bottom here at 1.2, tried to break higher, didn't really work. 30% move though, really solid. Now it's just kind of selling off a little bit. I'm gonna kind of watch out with this one. Don't really want to get on the wrong side. I think we may have just missed the move I wanted on PSTV. I might have just missed both moves, honestly. Kind of ridiculous, just from so much lag. And you guys are kind of seeing it, like the stream is just absolutely bumpy. So not a lot I can do. It's really tough. Luckily, we did get this trade with a small position on my margin account. So that was pretty sweet. Made $224 on this trade with a $700 position size. So really sweet here. Bought it on a potential pre-market breakout, looking for that move to the upside. Didn't get that breakout, but then we had this nice crack here. So that was really solid. So from the morning low, we had a 63% move. So whew, that would have been such a beautiful entry. So unfortunate we didn't get that. Boom, here we go for a secondary run. Past 1.5. Nice, proud dad, fish color tank. Yeah, you guys are getting some super nice trades. I'm also pretty happy with my setup, and I don't really want to rush now into a FOMO trade or something like that. So again, I'm taking the back seat on this one, just kind of enjoying that I was able to capitalize on this trade, and now I don't want to just jump into anything blindly. Really sweet here. Whoops. Solid day so far. Just watching SPCB, I think this was really the lead runner on the day, and everything is looking good on it. There's really no reason to be distracted on anything else, and I'm just, that was the top play for the day. I have again a limit order at PSTV still, so maybe we'll get a little bounce trade on this one. But for now, everything is looking pretty good, and I don't really think I'm going to rush into anything else at the moment. I think, let's see, pre-market, after-market open, scanner. I think if anything, I'd probably like to see if we can snag another trade on SPCB. But I think right now we're probably going to be on the backside of the move. So if anything, it won't probably be more than a 5% bounce or something like that. Unless, maybe we start having a longer-term 5-minute ABC pattern or something like that, and then we start, seeing some big rips to the upside. But for now, I want to be a little bit more careful here. Plus, I'm having just so many computer issues. You guys are definitely experiencing it right now as well with the stream. So 1.5 bounced off of 1.5 and it just continues to run. These are just huge moves on it. Putting a limit order at 33, I got it here now, and I also feel like 33 or just anywhere above maybe 127 to 135 is just big time support area. So a bit of a decent sized position. What a huge run to 174. To be honest, I was not really expecting that. Right now we have huge resistance at 174 to 1.8. I'd be really careful in this area, but it looks like we were just halted. So this resumption is going to be quite insane to watch. This is going to be really insane, actually. I wish we had a good stream today because the trading opportunities today are just insane, and it seems like we're just littered with streaming issues, which is so annoying. So this replay is probably going to be really rough. We're going to get the resumption at 10:10. So we have another 3 minutes till that resumption. Boy Claus, are you sure? Did you read that somewhere? The 10-minute hold? Had a little BLPH entry on an IRA account. I'm going to sell this into the bounce right now since we had that hold. Close this position, $47 loss on this one. I tried to get out earlier on the bounce, but TOS I couldn't. Everything was frozen. I knew we were going to have a big dip on this one. Had a nice limit order here at 1340, and I or 14, really liked the entry. But again, I couldn't get out of that trade. So that happened twice now today, that I couldn't use my TOS. So overall, good day. We're still green on the day, but yeah. Once I get my new laptop, I'm pretty much just gonna have to throw this one away, or unless it's the internet. I don't know. It's been so tough lately with these issues. So plus TOS laggy on big days like this. So it's like little 3 issues all coming together. Same with Street Insider. Boom, there we go. SPCB resumption. Here we go. Flying. I would be so careful in this $1.8 area. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look at Boy Claws for sure. Because right now, I don't know. It's also really tough because when I'm streaming is when I have a lot of the issues. So it's a little bit of my XSplit. I think it takes a lot of my computer. And then sometimes, especially in the first couple minutes of the market opens, my computer just completely gets whacked. And you guys experience that as well. So I don't know. I think it's a mix of TOS, XSplit, and then just the Berlin internet issues, which have been getting really bad in these last 2 weeks. So I might have to do a little bit more pre-market trading before I start the stream. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm thinking about what's best to do. And SPCB gets halted again. It's unfortunate. I'm so distracted with all these tech issues. But at least you guys are into this one. At least you guys are snagging it. Let's quickly check out BLPH again. So I forced the exit on this a little bit quickly because, like you guys said, there was an offering on this one for at $12. And we got the nice little bounce on this one. But you want to be really, really careful because there's a good chance this is just going to keep on dropping like a rock. Could have snagged probably 10%, or not 10%, we bought on 14. So we could have probably snagged about 5% or something like this. But this trade in general was just not a really good trade. I should have went ahead and removed this limit order, but I don't know. Time was definitely not on my side this time. So let's see what BLPH does. So far, a pretty sweet day. I could definitely get used to this, as long as the computer issues maybe go away a little bit. Watching SPCB open up is going to be good fun. We got another what we got here? 6 minutes? No, wait. It's going to open on the 16. Right now we're on the 13. We got 3 minutes left. Almost exactly 3 minutes, a little bit more. Absolutely insane move. I would have loved that early entry, and then again, buying at $1 would have been such a good idea. I should have forced that trade a little bit harder. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot to say about that. Kind of a missed move on my end. Ooh, I'm ready to watch this open up. Who knows? I don't even dare to look up and open the tab to look it up because I'd probably just explode my computer. 259% up on the day. SPCB, really solid. Let's quickly check what the next resistance area would be. We're gonna open up in about a minute, so we got a little bit of time here. 213, some big time resistance, a lot of tops in this area. Again at 2.5. Yeah, so I would keep a close eye on about 213, 215. I'm probably not going to want to rush into this one too much, so it's crazy. In the beginning of the day this morning, we were probably trying to trade this with about 1,100 shares, and now we're looking closer to 600 shares. So just an insane move this one had. All right, guys, opening up now. Appreciate that, doctor. It is a sweet day. This is our third halt on the way up. I would be just so careful in this area right now. Uh-oh. Looks like we were halted on the way down. Big. What's up, Joe? Thanks, man. It's always good to hear. We got, let's see, till the SPCB opens up here. 12 minutes is what I'm waiting for at 10:22. Sorry, 10:22 is what I'm waiting for, and 30 seconds. So right now we're at 10:20 and 16 seconds. Just an absolute ripper SPCB. Let's see if we can do one more entry on it. Our first entry on this one was pre-market, so that was pretty sweet trade. And our margin account, small position size, we sold into this consolidation because 1.5 was big time resistance. We bought at the pre-market, potential breakout as we broke above $1, and then we pulled back to it. So this was about a 30% move. Actually, yeah, 30% move, not too bad. A little over 30%, I think, even. Proud dad. No, I'm not in any trades at the moment. I was in, like I said, SPCB, and I was also in BLPH on that flash crash to the downside. I was trying to buy a dip on it, although it was not a very smart trade since this one exercised shares at $12. I wasn't able to exit this one in time. We were profitable in this trade, but I just couldn't. Everything was frozen. So I was watching the P&L like sometimes switch, and then before I knew it, I was red, and I was not wanting to hold this one much longer. So I kind of forced it out as quick as possible, which is a little unfortunate to close a green trade red, but had to be quick on this one, or had to basically force it where it was, because that news, offering like that, is just not the news you want to be in on a stock. So I knew the bounce was going to be weak, but it was much weaker than I expected. All right, guys, we got another 32 seconds here till SPCB opens up. I probably won't get an entry on this one. I have a conservative limit order. I might do a new trade on it closer to 1.5. I'm not totally sure. It really depends on the price action. I think right now we're maybe entering the backside of the move. We'll see. Here we go. That was an aggressive open with a quick sell off here. 1.6, finding some support, but I wouldn't be buying yet. No way. Big selling volume, big time sellers. 158 getting chipped away, 157. There's going to be a lot of dip buyers in this area though. So let's say we came all the way down to 157 and then we had a bounce. Kind of a weak bounce though. Be a little cautious here. It looks like the sell-off has not really concluded yet. So I can either take 2 trades, 1,000 each, or take 1 trade with about a $1,500 position size for my total daily volume that I want to be trading. So I'll have to think about which I want to be doing. TOPS had a really nice move here. It's kind of sold off in the beginning, but then this one was all over the place in the beginning. Tough one to trade. Very choppy out of the gate. I don't know. Not really something we like to be trading. Sub dollar, those big moves sub dollar are just so ridiculous. Looks like we're about to have another pullback here. The first pullback, what kind of percentage return was that? That was 16% move. That's a quite aggressive pullback. This one, yeah, I don't know if we're going to get such an aggressive secondary pullback. So let's see what happens here. Looks like 1.5 will most likely crack. What's up, Sheffy? Check out the video title. SPCB and PSTV are the top stocks we're looking at today. All right, SPCB really pulling back now. Got 2 gravestone candles. Very clear dead cat bounce on this one. Some dip buyers here at 1.52, but could definitely be a little bit too early. Selling volume is definitely not giving up here. Looks like it's picking up, if anything. Looks like it's about to be halted right now. Yeah, there we go. There's the halt. Oh boy, wow. SPCB getting halted on the way down, getting halted on the way up. Good fun stock. This is what we like to see. Did everything we wanted to, totally fit our criteria. Was probably a little bit lower in the price volume that I like to be looking for, but that was a good fun stock to be trading today. So I'm pretty happy that you guys nailed some good on trades with it. I got one trade on it. I missed the red to green move this morning, which is kind of killing me inside a little bit, but that's trading. You can't get them all. And I don't know. I think the other thing I just got to figure out is this whole lagginess with the stream. That's really not fun. I was trying to rewatch some of the recaps this weekend, just kind of get my mind in the right setting, and I was having a really hard time. Like it was doable, but it was tough because the volume was like delayed, and then it was laggy and kept cutting, and it was a little bit annoying. Definitely going to want to watch this reopen, and then I'll probably wrap up the streaming there. So we got SPCB halted now at 29. 10:29, it's 10:30 and 30 seconds. This is going to reopen at 34. Whew. So yeah, we got plenty of time. I would like on a bounce. Carmella, been so many halts today. Yeah, it's been quite a halty kind of day, huh? Tops doesn't look too bad coming out of this area. Looks like it might be breaking higher here. I love how this one moves. Second green day on it. Don't really like the sub dollars, but I'm just going to kind of watch it. This could have been a good little dip buy. I don't know where, but maybe near the low end of this kind of area. Wait for a little dip here, and then buy and sell into the spike. But all this happened so fast. With how laggy TOS was this morning, it would have been impossible for me to trade TOPS. Another minute and a half till SPCB opens up. This should be a really interesting open. I think probably is in here somewhere creeping around, although he's been really quiet, so maybe not. All right, so we got another 30 seconds till we open up here. Mo says AIM is pulling back too. Good to know. At least we got the chat working. You know, the stream might be buffering 24/7, but at least the chat's working, and it's always good to kind of see what everyone's doing. I think even if there was no video at all, I think I would appreciate that. So that's good fun. All right, guys, here we go. We're opening it up in a couple seconds here, 5 seconds. Boom, big bounce right off of VWAP. Nice little breakout territory, 1.4, 10% up already. Huge. Let's see how it continues out of this one. Remember, we're on the backside of the SPCB morning move. When you're on the backside of these moves and you're dip buying it, you want to be extra cautious. You're no longer getting those big 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% rallies in the snap of a finger. You're getting bounces, and then typically you're getting pullback continuation. So the lows are still being printed in. So that's why on these bounce trades, I typically take profits between 3 and 5%. I like to take profits very, very quickly. Now this bounce here was really, really big, came out of a halt. This was 11% bounce. If I was in this trade, I would already be closing it. If I was trading the style I trade, everyone's trading different styles and different strategies. So just understand whatever I'm saying is applying to my trading strategy, which is pretty much very quick. Nice, Mo. SPCB looks like it's still pulling back here a little bit. A lot of buyers though on this one. Just gonna put an alert here just in case I look away from this one, because I'm kind of watching PSTV out of the corner of my eyes, and TOPS now over 100% on the day, really nice. BLPH totally sold off to 12.5 and just kind of died in this area. It might pull back again. I'd be very careful with this one. TOPS. Nice little breakout pullback here. Solid move with a lot of buyers kind of popping in here. Big order there, 1,600. It's actually 16,000 shares on that. Oh God, Heiko. Is I don't know if that's the right attitude, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Whoo, 1.6 breaking above this area. I was not expecting that. That's a pretty solid move here. So it looks like VWAP really came in. A lot of the times the VWAP support zones are pretty good. Also 1.5, we kind of broke it for a little bit and then came right back above it. And we had a form of breakout spot there. So a little bit of retrospective. Definitely probably a good buy here at 1.4. But at the same time, I oftentimes see VWAP get broken a little bit. I don't know. You know, this was getting halted on the way down. It was tough. At this point in the day, it's probably really easy just to get on the wrong side of the, actually it is, it's really easy to get on the wrong side of the trade. So like I always say, the first 15 minutes of the day, this is really where the ticket would have been. This is the beginning of the big move to the upside. And we unfortunately missed this red to green move here, but luckily we got this one pre-market. I just had to take a little bit of risk. And the only reason I took this much risk is because we did a small position on its $700. And yeah, so I was able to kind of give that one a little bit more wiggle room. What's up, Martin? 1.5. Can it hold? Looks like it's getting chipped a little bit here. Yep, there we go. That was the sellers piling in on it. It's really tough to say where SPCB is going to consolidate. I really am not sure. This to me looks like a little bit of a bear flag. Just kind of having a little bit of a consolidation here. And then obviously the flag pattern. Whoops. So who knows, we might break to the downside right now, have a little retest and have a continuation. But at the same time, we are holding above VWAP and we could be consolidating between the top and the bottom VWAP 1.8, maybe have a little double top here. So that's the alternative kind of guess on this one. I'm kind of like, half of me is just constantly thinking about what I can do about this lag on these streams. That's a real big problem. But at least the chat's working. It's actually, the chat alone is worthwhile, I think. 153. We're doing all right. You know, we start with $4,000. We got pretty close to 7,000, and then I just paid myself out. So now we're back at 6.3 thousand. So we're only about $1,000 away from doubling it. And once we reach the $25,000 challenge in profits, not on whatever I paid myself out, I'll probably be ready to switch the account to a margin account, and then we'll be able to do much more trading. So I'm super looking forward to that. But the challenge is going really well. Yeah. And today we snagged a really nice pre-market breakout trade with SPCB. The only problem was we tried to buy another position right here at around 93, 97, and we just did not get that. We had super lag this morning, and then SPCB ran up 100%. So this could have been a really nice account grower kind of trade. We were not able to do it. I should have got a bit more aggressive on this pullback here when we had a nice clean 5-minute breakout. We had this 1 minute pullback, and then we had another 1 minute pullback. I probably would have took the risk on that. Yeah, I think that should have been the trade I should have took. Tradecationer, could I change my streaming server geolocation to USA using a VPN? Potentially, I'm not sure. Kind of sounds like one more step though with a VPN. If anything, I would have to change it to maybe a European location, probably Frankfurt. They'll probably have, or I doubt they have something in Berlin. I think that would probably help. I'll look into that for sure. PCS broke $1 to the upside. Yeah, nice little move there, huh? Big resistance ahead, but solid move so far. Many tops in this area at 110 plus the 180-day moving average. Keep an eye out for that, but really nice, really nice move. Plus, broke pre-market high, nice rounded bottom. Everything looks good on PXS. I don't know anything about this one though. Still watching PSTV a little bit here. And then I also am going to be watching SPCB a little bit longer. I think we could still sneak a good trade out of this one. I'm not really sure when. It might be after the stream, maybe during the recap video even. Martin, didn't understand 2 words of your answer. Oh my God, that is so ridiculous. I apologize. I don't even know what to say. Should I repeat myself? I'm in Berlin right now, so a in Frankfurt or something like that would probably be better than the USA. I'll have to look into that. Yep, Satoshi, you're super right. So the we're officially on the backside of the move with SPCB. So if I was to get into a trade with SPCB, which it doesn't really look like I am, but maybe we'll force an entry, or maybe if we see a good setup on a dip or something, I'll go ahead and do that. We're on the backside of a lead gap or big morning run up. So I'm not looking for a continuation of a run up. I'm simply looking for a bounce trade. And those bounce trades, I'm looking for between 3 and 5% profit. So I'm readjusting my whole entire, risk reward and everything like that, max profit and things. But you're right. Be careful getting into this one. PDT rule. I think you need to stay in that server. I'm not totally sure what server you guys are talking about. Yeah, SPCB does kind of just seem like it's, slowly selling off. I wouldn't be surprised if around 1.3, it's hard to say, maybe 1.27, 1.35, somewhere in this area, we find a little bit of support again for another bounce. So that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Here we go, having a bit of a pullback now. 144 coming in as support. FRO. Throw that on our watch list. It's a big company, 2 billion. Won't really be trading on that on this account, but I'll definitely go ahead and check it out. Still pulling back. I got my alert on it just in case. I don't really think SPCB will get halted any moment. Based on the way it's moving lately, but it could still get halted. 142, pulling back again here. A little bit of selling volume. This is the time you want to be a little bit more conservative. If anything, in the morning is really when you want to get aggressive. And then after 10:30, these pullbacks, you just always want to be extra conservative on them. PBF on the move, PSTV running now. Oh yeah, 215. Good call on that, Peter. PBF. Were we looking at PBF? That sounds kind of familiar. Watch out. This bounce on SPCB is still very weak. Don't really think the sell-off is over just yet. Selling volume is definitely still there. Sellers are in charge. All right, so the selling volume kind of slowed down a little bit. This could be an interesting trade. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm going to keep probably moving down my limit order until I feel kind of comfortable with a potential entry. Most of the time I have a limit order is just kind of to remind myself on the trades I want, so that pops up over here. I'm not necessarily always looking for an entry where my limit order is. So yeah, this could take some time. This could easily take another 5, 10, 15 minutes till I see an ideal setup with SPCB. So I'm going to be recapping this potential trade in the recap video. So don't forget to definitely check that one out if you guys are interested. It'll be coming out in a few hours from now. I'm still waiting for a bit bigger of a pullback. Looks like we could get it at any moment, but I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here in just, I don't know, a minute or two if this doesn't crash. I think we could have some nice afternoon pullbacks, but again, you don't really know when those are going to come. So I'm going to kind of recap what happened this morning, recap that pre-market trade. I want to talk about it a little bit more. I didn't really have the opportunity to talk about it yet and too much, why I took it, what my thesis was with it, why I decided to hold it into the opening bell and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and recap the video there, or wrap up the stream there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was really good fun. Unfortunately, we had a lot of lag. I'm still trying to figure out how to solve that lag issue. I might be actually switching internet providers really soon here, but everything's kind of on standby with the Corona quarantine. And then a lot of ever since the home office thing has been happening, the lag has been through the roof. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't think it's necessarily the laptop, because we had many months of no streaming issues. So I'm not totally sure, but we'll get to the bottom of that issue eventually, and we'll have some good streams in the future. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. I'll see you then for this evening's recap video, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow to trade the market open again, and then got to get more aggressive with that morning open, even with TOS issues sometimes.